Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is GUIDO XAVERIUS NAIBAHO, and in this occasion I would like to deliver you a speech regarding to the moving of our nation's capital city from Jakarta to Kalimantan. As such entitled as Kalimantan, the spark of Indonesia's new capital city. Since the beginning of President Joko Widodo's second term, the plan of moving the capital of Indonesia has been discussed and observed by many people, especially after President Jokowi delivered the idea on the annual meeting of Indonesia's House of Parliament. The constructive idea has actually been planned since the reign of our first President Sukarno, because of the geographical and political measurements. Considering the position of Jakarta, previously named Batavia, that very much risked of natural disasters such as flood, earthquake, and tsunami. If we look back to the Dutch colonialism time, the city of Batavia was not actually designed as a capital city of such huge colonial lands once called Nusantara. But, as the attraction law always applied, Batavia was and still the city of port, with thousands of ships come and do trading, and as a busy merchant city, Batavia became an interconnected city, fast-growing city, which is eventually at the end a perfect choice for such a capital city. The decision to move the capital city from Jakarta to Kalimantan is motivated by the geographical and geopolitics reasons. Jakarta has been the central of political and economic activities for centuries, since the Dutch first established its trade company and then developed to the capital of Netherlands East Indies. The colonial government, under the order of Netherlands government in Netherlands mainland back in Europe. Jakarta itself is not quite stable as a capital city. Natural disasters, ultimately flood, as previously mentioned, occur every year, caused a severe damage to the economic profit and public facilities, which is not a good requirement for such city as the central of a well-known colonial land. The political factor somehow very much caused by the injustice feelings of Indonesian citizens outside the island of Java. For centuries, Java has become the main attention of physical construction and economic growth, which is established by the location of government offices all happen to be placed in Jakarta. This situation continues even after Indonesia took its own independence in 1945. The focus of government's construction still mainly occur in Java Island and then to Sumatra. The transfer of capital city to Kalimantan will make the capital city of Indonesia in the central position of Indonesia itself, which is in eastern Kalimantan. This will provide just governance over the whole archipelago, the fair distribution of political policies over the whole nation, and better perspective to plan the whole country's construction and economic development for years to come, as the government claimed. Batavia, as we know today as Jakarta, was never be considered as the capital of Netherlands, Indies, by its own Governor-General Daendels, Herman Willem Daendels. It was too crowded, the epicenter of plagues, quite risky in its border security, and very much hostile with criminal activities. However, Batavia has become a meeting point of all people all around the archipelago. The fast growth of Batavia made it entitled as the Queen of the East in the second half of the 19th century. Its glamour, its architecture, its society. The bright sides of Batavia not always cover its other side, the dark side. Poverty, social gap, even slavery and prostitution. The turning point of its status quo was when Japanese troops invaded Netherlands India and captured Dutch people to internment camps. It was all turning upside down. Furthermore, the story of beautiful Batavia ended as Indonesia gained its independence, and then the story of Jakarta as the capital of Indonesia started and continues, as we all know now. As Jakarta becomes more overcrowded, full of traffic jam, unhealthy air, and even the danger of sinking in 2030 because of its land subsidence and sea level rise, the importance of moving the capital out of Jakarta becomes more urgent. The question is, why Kalimantan? The island of Kalimantan, widely known in international world as Borneo, is a place which not crossed by the line of ring fire. It is safe from earthquake, volcano eruption, and also tsunami. It is not yet overcrowded, which could be preserved by such restriction law so that the capital city could be focused on serve state matters. There are two problems that very much need to be addressed regarding to the choice of Kalimantan as the new capital city. Firstly, the environment issue. Kalimantan, or Borneo, has been known for so long as the lungs of planet Earth because of its rich forests, also with diverse habitats of animal kingdom and plantation. The idea of heavy construction in such a wide green area somehow really destructive. A green city idea somehow not always easily applicable with business and industrial interests. The government needs to take serious precaution law to protect the natural habitats of endangered species. If the government is bold enough, the permit to such mining in Kalimantan must be cancelled to avoid further damages against the natural environment. We indeed do not want our beloved planet Earth to be more corrupted with natural damages caused by us, human beings. Secondly, the administration system of the new capital city. By the latest act issued by the government and House of Parliament, the administrative head of the new capital city will be chosen directly by the president. It is not a good attitude, however, in a modern democracy country. Public's participation is the most essential thing in a democracy country. The government must be consequent to follow the values of democracy to make a good governance system run excellently. In conclusion, the transfer of the capital city must become a successful national project done with full integrity and commitment. It must not be an embarrassment for such failed execution and severe environmental damages that would affect future generations. It has to be a legacy of life and breath of the people of Indonesia. Thank you.